Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, you've heard me in the past talk about when you go on vacation to make sure that you're still collecting. That's just a great opportunity. Well, on this particular trip, aside from going to Vegas, I thought, I'm going to be with a car, with time. There are areas that I can drive to that I normally wouldn't go to. So why don't I take a day and go out to those areas and check out things I've never seen before, places I've never been before, and of course, while I'm there, I can get a bunch of singles. So take advantages of stuff like that when the opportunity arises. You may never get a chance to do it again. Part of the reason why I got 10,000 singles this time, I don't know when the next time I'll ever have that chance. So I spent a lot of time just trying to get these, and I spent a lot of time going to places that normally I wouldn't, but this way I can check it off my to-do list. I've done it now. I've brought home 10 grand in singles from Vegas. Now's the fun part. Now I get to go through them. All right, so what did I bring this time? Now, these are from an area called Prim, Nevada. There are 3 casinos out there. There was Prim Resorts, Buffalo Bills, and Whiskey Pete's. And then I also traveled down to Laughlin, where I got notes from the Edgewater, the Tropicana Laughlin, the Riverside, the Harrah's, the Golden Nugget, the Laughlin River Lodge, and then across the street in Arizona was a U.S. bank that I stopped at. So I got a strap from the U.S. bank in Bullhead City. So those were where these notes came from. So let's take a peek at what I found. Starting off, I found this one with this stamp. If you like gold dollars, coins, and $2 bills, ask for them at your bank. If they're out, tell the manager to order them. Well, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, because then your bank's going to get stuck with a bunch of stuff they can't move, but it never hurts to ask, that's for sure. All right. I found some trinaries. 5s, 8s, and 9s. 2s, 3s, and 5s. 1s, 4s, and 8s. 0s, 2s, and 3s. 4s, 5s, and 9s. 0s, 2s, and 5s. 1s, 3s, and 8s, 1s, 4s, and 9s, and some quads, quad 3s on this note. That's it there. Some stars, 2017A, always checking to see if they're filled. Another 2017A. This one's interesting. 2017A starts with a couple zeros, so that's got a shot at being something cool. Another 2017, another 2017. 2017, 2013, another 2013, 2003A star note. That's pretty cool, finding a 2003A star like that. Then the regular 2003As, got a couple of those. 2003, 2003, 2003, 2001, 2001, not quite as nice. Another one, 1999, 1995, checking to see if it's a web note. It is not. 88A, also not a web note. And the oldest note I found, this is from 1963A, and it's crisp, still in good shape. And where did I get this one from? I wrote this one down. This came from the Golden Nugget in Laughlin. So that's where I got that one. So that was this week's finds. What did I pull? Still getting over my cold. This week, I added to my counterfeit pile. This is a $3 counterfeit note from the state of Connecticut. From Southport, Connecticut, $3 note. It does have this tear here. But yeah, you can see how they had stamped it counterfeit right across the top. I always find it interesting because I see this kind of counterfeit marking quite often. Yet it's never really legible, and I just don't understand why not. You'd think that if you were going to mark a note counterfeit, you'd want to make sure everybody knew it was counterfeit and would be able to read that. but Counterfeit, and no idea. This is Bank of something or other. Now, to determine if it's counterfeit or not is a little tougher. Um, this one was probably done on a wooden plate. The signatures, if you look at the signature, it looks like it's printed in the same ink as everything else rather than a hand-signed note. There's usually a very grainy texture in here. It's not crystal clear. The pictures do just tend to merge together. You're going to see that a lot in these details here. You're not going to see the detail in those swirl patterns. It just kind of gets mushy. You know, it's just not clean. Back of the note, of course, there's thin paper so you can kind of see right through it. But yeah, $3 note from Southport in Connecticut. And it was interesting because I busted out the big book just to see what it had to say. And you can see it right here. It's Indians ponder civilization, and then CFT is how it's written. There's what the note is supposed to look like, and even that's not true because according to this, that's CFT. That's counterfeit. They also did a second version of the note from the same bank, and I thought this would be the original and this would be the counterfeit. They do have similarities. You can see the people there. You can see this is the same. That's the same. But no, because you can see CFT here as well. So this was a counterfeit as well. Now, a lot of times with these notes, they're listed as counterfeit because all of the originals were actually redeemed by the bank, meaning there are no originals to be had by collectors. The only notes that are left to represent these banks are the counterfeit notes, which makes collecting counterfeits kind of interesting. It's nice that they actually list them in the book as counterfeits, so you know that when you're going in. But yeah, I'm always fond of $3 bills because everybody thought $3 bills were fake. No, $3 bills were real, unless, of course, they are counterfeit, which, yeah, this is, both ends of that. It's a counterfeit $3 bill. Anyway, that's what I've got for you guys this week. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Love reading all your comments. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.